I'm from is it's in the streets, so yeah, I almost did the same thing. You know, I used to play football in the streets with a lot of my friends, my family and stuff, and we used to play in the streets just on the normal pitch, you know. And this is how I started to play football. And then I played for my school and for my local team, and then I went to go higher in England, in London. Yeah, everybody knows my area wasn't the best of area. You know, a lot of problems, a lot of violence with people. You know, I lost a lot of friends and a lot of family because of the violence in my area. But for me, it was important for me to stay focused because I lost a lot of friends who did other things, who went and they lost their life because they did bad things. But for me, it was very important that I stayed focused and I was able to go and do what I needed to do to play football. You know? Of course, I moved to Aston Villa when I was 22, 23. And my manager, who was in Reading, who took me to Aston Villa, was in Aston Villa, and then he went to Scotland. So for me, after Aston Villa, because a lot of changes in the club, and I went on loan, and the manager who I was with at the start in Reading was in Scotland. So for me, after I left Aston Villa, I went to some other clubs in England. I wanted to go back to the manager who understood me, you know, and he was there in Scotland. And so for me, I felt happy and comfortable to be back with him, and it was better for me, for my mind and for my football, to be with somebody who knows me. Portugal and Belgium, yeah, there was very different in terms of course, the culture, the country, but similar in terms of football, you know, quality and the way they play football, the way they like to play football. But of course, off the pitch, life was of course different than in between the two. And of course, England is, in the United Kingdom, is different to in Europe, you know, Portugal or Belgium, the football is different. England is a lot more physical, a lot more high intensity, and the demand is more, you know. So of course it was a difference, but I had the experience from all of these places. So for me, it was good for me. New challenge, when I had the opportunity to come here, I was very happy. You know, I have a lot of friends who played in Turkey before, and they have experience in Turkey, and they told me very, very good things about Turkey, and especially this club. And for me, I had a good feeling, you know. They told me, you know, when I spoke with the coach, the manager, he told me he wanted me before and he knows me. So for me, the feeling was good. I wanted to come straight away, you know. Of course, I had the different options in different clubs in England and abroad in different countries, but this was my first choice. Yeah, of course, it's going to be important, big help, bonus, because of course we are from the same country. His brother, when I was in the national team, was also the national team coach, and so we know each other. Even if we didn't play with each other, we know each other well, you know. And it will be important for us, again, for the adaptation, because we speak the same language and we can do things together on the pitch and off the pitch. I think Xavi and Iniesta, of course, they were, for me, I'm a midfielder, so of course there was like my big inspiration, you know. They both have similar qualities in terms of how they play, technique, and how they pass and how they control the game. And this is everything that, as a midfielder, you know, your dream is to do the same. I think, of course, they're world-class players. Iniesta maybe was more advanced, more attacking, but Xavi was maybe more of the maestro, you know. So both world-class players, you know. So the season is clear, is to help the club to go back into the Premier League, you know. This is my objective. I didn't come here for anything else but to help the club to go back to the top league.